Just got back from the barbershop today, boys. I did 0 cuts. This is the first day I ever went for like over 5, 6 hours and made $0. So thank you. I had a great day as well. Hope you had a fun day. And now I just recorded a whole video, and my OBS kind of fluked because it's just the way it's supposed to be, and the audio was just completely trash. But what I did a video about was this wonderful news in the news. It's a news that it is in the news about Ryan Garcia and Sean O'Malley. It's been fun, right? They're discussing it. They're online chatting shit a little bit. But why I wanted to discuss this is because I think Ryan Garcia is a bit unique. He's been making the big fights happen. He's about to fight Devin Haney on April 20th, I think. And he just got done, obviously, fighting Gervonta Davis. Had a fight in between against Oscar Duarte, I think. But what I'm saying is, like, he's making things happen. You know, there's a lot of stuff in between, especially in the boxing world, that, like, doesn't give much reasonings to promoters, to distributors to make the big fights happen, because they make big money regardless. They're going to make money regardless of who Ryan Garcia fights. So it's on the fighter's responsibility. I think it's the fighter's responsibility to call out and make big fights with other big names. And Ryan Garcia has been doing that, so you have to respect him. And now recently he called out Sean O'Malley, not in boxing, in MMA, which is something interesting because we rarely ever see that. You know, most of the time it's boxers that calls out MMA fighter to box, which is one thing. And I think it's not a secret when we say mixed martial artists are the most complete fighters in the world by far. Whenever a martial artist, a mixed martial artist goes to boxing, there's always an intrigue, but it's never like super interesting. Usually the boxer always wins. You know what I mean? There's occasions that it can happen, but it's rare. It's rare to see otherwise. And now this time I think it's special because it's a boxer trying to fight in MMA. And you have to respect him for doing that because, like I said, we've rarely ever. I think the only time it happens was when James Toney fought Randy Couture back in the day. So it's been a while. It's been a long time, and I think it's the only time it ever happened. So it'd be something fun. It'd be something interesting, I think. And if the UFC would like to make it happen, I think it's all about Ryan Garcia making efforts to show the audience that he wants to learn, you know, the things that makes MMA difficult, whether it's wrestling or jiu-jitsu or kicking, clinching, knees, elbows, and stuff like that. So if he makes that effort to show the audience and the fans that he's willing to learn, I think it'd be a promotable fight. But with that being said, this is the podcast with Tim and Sean O'Malley, and I think they responded to Ryan Garcia. So I wanted to watch this with you guys and see what he had to say.
Change-up's pretty nice, but wake up, or actually I don't know if it was last night, you probably know better than me, but Ryan Garcia calls Sugar out in MMA
last night. Yeah, someone messaged me on Snapchat. They're like, yo, you see Ryan? I'm like, what did he call me out on? And then he said, someone sent me a screenshot of his Instagram and said he would fight me in UFC if the money was there. It's like, buddy,
UFC?
I said, brother, I would kill you within minutes. It's not even it's just not even realistic.
Within minutes is insane. Could he kill him within minutes? When you think about it, I mean, I don't know if Sean O'Malley's game plan in a potential fight against Ryan Garcia would be to grapple. I don't think so. I think he'd try to strike. And I mean, Ryan Garcia on the feet is no dummy. You know what I mean? When you think about it, the clinch and knees might be a bit difficult for him to deal with. But in reality, I mean, I think he can learn. I think he can learn just like MMA fighters learn how to box, right? Right? I think.
What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, if he expects to get a bag, a big bag from Dana's going to be like, are you serious? Have you ever done jiu-jitsu? Have you ever been kicked in the head? Do you know how to block a head kick? Do you know how to block digging teep kicks to your gut?
It's crazy how...
I mean, that's true. That's kind of true, but I don't know how long it would take to learn, but it's definitely learnable, right? It's not like he can't learn how to block a kick or how to check a kick. I mean, realistically, it's not that hard. You just lift your leg up and show the person your shin bones. That's it. You know what I mean? You have to time it right, and that's the most important part. Obviously, the how to check the kick. It's easy, but it's the timing it right and not seeing it coming or seeing it coming with the feints and stuff like that with the punches. That's the hardest part, obviously. But I think it's learnable. And I think it just makes for an interesting storyline. You know what I mean? More interesting. I mean, we've seen this, and maybe it's just me. I'm just tired of seeing the MMA guys going into boxing. Whether they win or lose, I just don't care enough. You know what I mean? It's just not something I care that deep about. So I'd rather see that. It's just something that like makes me question like, oh, would that be possible? You know what I mean? Maybe I'm delusional. I probably am.
Stupid and delusional that is. I wonder if people think like that when I call out boxers though. Is it the same kind of thing? I mean, it is a little bit crazy when I call out boxers. A little bit, not.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's saying it right. Sean O'Malley is very self-aware. You have to respect that about him. I mean, he's not scared to call out his own bullshits. Like, what he says sounds crazy sometimes, and he can acknowledge that. But I think every high driven person will have crazy ideas and crazy goals. So, I mean, it's not a wrong thing. It's not a bad thing. But he's self-aware enough to know, yeah, I mean, probably saying that you would beat up a boxer is a bit crazy.
But when boxers said they want to fight in MMA, it's 100% crazy.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a little different, but just they've done it before. James Toney talked himself into fighting, and he came over and fought Randy Couture, got
absolutely butchered. Not even a second of competitive in this fight. But Randy Couture, like he's about to say, he single-legged him and just laid on top of him. So it's like, I don't know if Sean O'Malley would do that. That's why this fight would be interesting, because I know Sean O'Malley wouldn't try to just take Garcia down. He has too big of an ego to do that. And Randy Couture was a wrestler and stuff like that. He had no problem doing that. I don't think Sean would do that, which would make this a bit interesting. But I think Sean said it right, even just with the kicks, clenched knees, elbows, and spinning kicks and teeps. I mean, Sean's teeps are insane as well. So that would be a big problem for Ryan, but it'd still be fun to watch. Yeah, you know, more than Sean in boxing, in my opinion.
His butt and just
I wouldn't
like
even. I don't need
around.
to fucking take him down to. It would.
No.
I mean, I could take him down and choke him, but it's like I would kick him in the fucking body. I would kick his little sticks. I would. Do whatever the fuck I wanted to him.
I enjoyed that call out.
The box. I could box him with MMA gloves. It's a different sport. Just with those.
I would box him in MMA gloves. You see, this is a solution that would be fun for fans to look forward to. You know what I mean? Because we've seen the fucking MMA guys go into boxing and boxing gloves, and there was no like special rules because this is a special fights. And I mean, doing that would be fun. If they box, let them box, but in MMA gloves. Why not? They're boxing, but in MMA gloves. It's the same thing. I think that would just be so interesting to look at instead of like one of them. I mean, the most interesting part would be Ryan Garcia going over to MMA and trying this out. I feel like it's rare to see. So I would bet that like, I would like want to watch that more. But realistically speaking, let them box in MMA gloves. Why not? I mean, that sounds fun. That sounds something interesting. And I think a lot of people could get behind that idea. But yeah, I don't know if there's a lot of like promotion that would allow that to happen. I don't know the details behind that, or if the UFC could even allow that to happen. I don't know. It's a good point, but it would be fun to see. I do think there's more money to be made in boxing as well. So Sean O'Malley understands that as well. If you're gonna make a super crossover fight and mega fight, whatever it is, you want to make a bag, and the biggest bag you're gonna make is in boxing with the big promotions, and it's more of a mainstream sport in general. So I don't know. I think if it's for the money, you should go to boxing. But I think Ryan Garcia also has that mentality, like, I want to make something big happen. Like, the accomplishment in itself would be something more valuable than the money. You know what I mean? And if Ryan Garcia understands that, I think that's why he's pursuing that fight, in itself. So if he wins against Sean O'Malley in MMA, it would just be huge. It would be amazing. Yeah, I would tell Ryan Garcia, bro, just focus on the other aspects of striking that are extremely important, that you might think are not important because you're a boxer, but even just a boxer against a kickboxer would get beat up if they're in a street fight, if they're just striking. You know what I mean? Same thing with Muay Thai guys. If a boxer is so limited, like when you take into consideration the other rule sets that are allowed in MMA, like even just on the feet, you're so limited. So learn that. Even the grappling stuff, if you can learn takedown defense, it's one thing, but I think the most important part is just learning the other aspects of striking that would make you that would allow you to use your boxing. Because right now you think your boxing's efficient, but if someone's teeping you in the head, teeping you in the body, whatever, kicking your leg, you would just struggle. You would just struggle to even box with him. So yeah, that would be the most important part.
Little MMA gloves, the distance is different. You enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it because, he's a little character. He's always throwing them little fast punches and
Yeah.
stuff. So, like, I thought it was cute. He's a fan.
It's
you know
cute,
what I mean?
yeah, it's
You're
cute.
you're getting that where everyone's going to start calling you out type shit.
Yeah, it was cute.
So but yeah, like, it is silly because I just feel like he's really little and there's no MMA there.
What?
So
I could beat him and Devin Haney the same night, back
those
to
are
back
yes
in a
men right
fight.
there.
There's just no.
There was absolutely no arguments or whatever he had to say. There's just an absolute pure yes man right here. Yes, Sean, we love you, Sean. Yeah, everyone's calling you. You're a star, right, Sean? Sean, we love you, Sean.
calling you out type shit.
Yeah, it was cute.
Type
So
shit.
but
Everyone
yeah,
calls
like,
you
it
type
is
shit,
silly
right?
Because I just feel
Right,
like
guys?
he's really little and
Right?
there's no MMA there. So you would.
I could beat him and Devin Haney the same night, back to back in a fight.
Yeah.
There's just no.
That's kind of true.
Yeah, I
competitive.
wonder if he's ever wrestled or done jiu-jitsu or even put on shin pads and kickbox.
I think I saw a video back in the day of Ryan Garcia doing jiu-jitsu. So I know he did that at least once. Might be a blue belt by now. Might be.
A little bit, or just
Maybe purple.
never has.
Pure delusion.
Well, Dunning-Kruger.
Dunning-Kruger. I mean, he's a good fucking boxer. High level boxer. Got beat by.
Bro, this Sean O'Malley beard gotta go, bro. Listen, guys. As you know, I'm a barber. All right, I've been cutting hair now for a few months. I'm trying to like get the skills going and stuff. Fade. People that come into the barbershop with this beard ask me, "Yo, trim me up, buddy." No, just get rid of it. What is this beard? Why is no one talking about this? Like, this is making you look like a drug addict. I don't know. You just don't want to. I mean, Sean O'Malley's just look overall makes him look like a drug addict, but this beard gotta go.
Javante
Sean.
Davis. I mean, that has nothing to do with it. But I just
God.
thought I'd throw that out there.
No
The
depth.
Dunning-Kruger effect, a lot of people have this, is a cognitive bias in which people with limited competence in a particular domain overestimate their abilities.
Yeah, he's overestimating his ability because he knows how to.
I said this before. It's good. You have to be confident in your skills and shoot for the stars, But I mean, maybe
Throw
there's
a
a
fucking
limit.
left hand or right hand. Buddy, I've been fucking learning how to. I've been fighting for 13 years.
I wonder why, because did he say he's retiring from boxing? I didn't get to see.
No, he's fighting Devin Haney soon, I guess. And I didn't know that until he called me out and everyone was commenting, focus on Haney. So I guess they're fighting.
I wonder what even if Dana looks at it and just giggles too.
It's like that
Are you
dude thinks he has
fucking
bad
dumb?
depression now. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe it was just a smart move by him because he knew calling you out would bring all this attention.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, maybe throw on a body shield, Ryan Garcia, and let a good kickboxer spinning heel kick you to the gut and feel the force on that. And if you think that's anything like Javante's left hand to the body, it's a whole different fucking game. Well,
We had to get that out of
I mean, yeah. Final thoughts. I think if they want to make money, they go to boxing. If they want to make something special, they go to MMA. And regardless, I just think UFC's production, everything about it, just it's cooler. It's more modern. It's just nowadays, I don't know. I'm just done with boxing. Even like maybe that's what it is. I'm not that interesting in seeing boxers nowadays. But I'm gonna watch that Ryan Garcia fight against Devin Haney for sure. But it's just never that interesting. You know what I mean? So if it was my pick, I'd say let's go to MMA. Do this in MMA. Why not?